Rogen. Thank you for being with us. Rogen Rogen is from Etihad Airways. He's from senior management team leading the business engagement delivery unit and the senior manager for the SAP product suite. He's coming with more than 20 years as well of experience in multi-sectors from aviation, banking and finance and retail, and has led billions and millions of dollar projects in the industry. So thank you for being with us today, Rogen. Rogen, we've all heard how Etihad has bounced back after COVID days and after the COVID period. Can you explain to us how the digital transformation helped you to overcome these bad times?
Sure. Yes. It was a tough period, almost 2 years. I'm sure not only the airlines, but almost all the business, or most of the business, impacted by the pandemic. At one stage, people are looking back, having a retrospective, whether we are doing the right thing, the right way. And in some sort, this pandemic helped us on that. On digital transformation, from our view, it's not something that we are doing once or twice. It's a journey. When I say it's a journey, means it's a continuous investment in any portfolio. If I recollect, back in 2016, we implemented SAP product suite in Etihad Airways. We had multiple enhancements on it, streamlining the process, additional capabilities brought to SAP product suite, including Concur. We had RPA, robotic process automation, implemented in 2019-20 period, which we initiated prior to pandemic. So actually, these investments helped us during the pandemic phase to sustain through the pandemic and to go beyond what we planned initially. In 2021, we migrated our SAP product suite from on-prem to cloud. SAP Concur was already in cloud, but all other applications from SAP side, we moved. We have multiple strategies. I'll come to that a bit later. But all these are part of a roadmap that we have. This is not reactive approach. Our environment is changing. We have to adapt to the environment. Technology is changing. How fast are you adapting the technology? That's more important. So digital transformation, it's not a one-time or twice activity. You have to do that, I would say, every year. You have to review your product suite. You have to make sure that the roadmap is already in place for the next 5, 10 years, and making sure that you act on it rather than waiting for a reactive approach. Yeah, that's my view on the digital transformation. Actually, it really helped Etihad Airways a lot. If I take an example, even towards the fag end of the pandemic, like towards the end of 2021, we are investing in PSS, which is Passenger Service System, which is the backbone of any airline. I would say it's a bold move. We are still implementing it. We are targeting to go live by mid of 2023 or earlier. So nobody takes that kind of bold move. So we have to do these activities, these transformations on a regular basis, so that we'll be better equipped for tomorrow. That's my view on digital transformation.
Thank you for sharing this vision with us. And in respect to spend governance and governance from a governance point of view, can you help us understand how did Concur help you in this, like from a cost optimization angle as well?
Sure. SAP Concur is a single platform where we can see all the spend. It's a platform where we can control our expenses, our spend, employee spend, and travel. We cannot set aside SAP Concur because that's a single source of truth that integrates with other applications within the SAP product portfolio and with our other applications in our infrastructure. So if you see Etihad as a business, we operate to multiple locations, different geographies, different currencies, different regulations and policies. It varies from country to country. At one stage, Prior to COVID, we were around or more than 25,000 employees, even though that's been reduced now. It's very difficult to manage the spent expense, travel expense of employees without a tool. So Concur helped a lot during the pandemic time, and even after that, because we started the journey even before it. We could put budgetary controls, we could control the spend aspects. At the same time, we have to empower our employees. It shouldn't be the case that employees take a picture of their receipts through Expenseld and then wait for months for reimbursement. No, that shouldn't be the way it should work. So it's a balanced approach between the control that we apply, at the same time, the experience we are providing to our employees through SAP Concur. So it was really a good business case, I would say, to go through this transformation journey, specifically on SAP and SAP Concur, and see how it benefits business. Not only airlines, I would say, to all businesses, I would say. Yeah, that's my take.
Thank you. Rogen, we saw in the beginning the video where Etihad is approaching this topic through planting Etihad Airways mangrove trees. Can you elaborate more on this topic for us? Like, can you explain to us how is Etihad approaching the sustainability topic and the carbon emission guidelines? Can you share some of your own feedback with us on this point?
Sure. Yes, if you see today's presentations in the morning, the focus was on sustainability. Even if you see the focus is beyond business travel, you're not really talking about the travels. From an airline point of view, sustainability is very important. We made a commitment in 2020 that we will be net zero emission by 2050, and we'll be halving our emissions by 2035. Adoptive mangroves that you have seen over the video, that's only one part of it. We are committed to reduce 80% of single-use plastics in our airlines. Not only in Sky, we are committed to move sustainable activities on the ground, whether we provide electric workers for our guests. Even technology side, we are committed. We are actually tracking the carbon footprints for each of the applications in our infrastructure, whether it is on-prem, whether it is on cloud. One of the key initiatives we have done recently in 2021 was migration of SAP products to cloud, because we would like to reduce the carbon footprint from SAP as a product. It's not only SAP, but we are also focusing on other applications. So it's only one aspect that we are seeing here. If you see the recent news, you might have heard that for the COP27 event, we're flying an airline which is based on sustainable aviation fuel from Washington Dulles to Abu Dhabi through Egypt. So the delegates for the event are travel in that flight. So that's a net zero flight. So we are actually committed and we are actually acting on sustainable initiatives. And I would say Concur is also helping us. We can actually track the carbon footprints for your journey. And if you're searching a flight, there are thoughtful travelers among us who like to travel more green. They have to find sustainable ways of traveling, spending, etc. So we can travel the carbon footprints for each of the travel segments they are doing, manage that, put a benchmark, track it, and see whether we are influencing the behaviors of our guests. The most important part is influencing. Only if you benchmark and track it regularly, we should be able to get our guests on a journey together. We also allow our guests to convert their Etihad guest miles into carbon credits or to plant mangroves or adopt mangroves. So these are all part of our sustainable initiatives. I would say that sometime back, a couple of years back, you might have seen the tagline for Etihad Airways was "From Abu Dhabi to the world." Now we have changed that from Abu Dhabi for the world. We care about the planet. We talked about the return on investment part. It's very difficult. At the same time, we're not talking about the return in 1 year or 5 years. It could be 10 years, 15 years. It could be for the next generation. We care about the next generation. So it's very hard to find the return on investment now, but I'm sure that this will place a leading way for our next generations and for a better tomorrow.
Thank you so much for
Thank you.
sharing this vision with us.